Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Maryville University Hockey Center, site of tonight's Women's Division I matchup between your Maryville Saints and the Lindenwood Lions. Happy New Year to everyone. I'm Todd Panula alongside Andrew Marsh and Chuck Kraus, and we're here to bring you all of tonight's exciting action. Guys, welcome back. It's been a little while since we've been on the air for the women. We did have the opportunity to broadcast the men this afternoon, and hopefully the women get off to a little bit better of a start.
Yeah, no offense for the men's team tonight. Obviously, the women going up against a good Lindenwood team tonight's game as well. So it should be a fun one here at the Maryville University Hockey Center. We're excited to be back and excited what this women's team can do tonight.
So for Maryville, obviously they want to get things off on a good start to open up 2023. A little bit less of a stellar ending to 2022. They've dropped their last 4 games. Now, the 2 against Liberty, you'd kind of expect that. Liberty, one of the top programs in the country. The 2 against Lindenwood right before the break, a little tougher to swallow.
Yeah, I mean, when you are playing teams like Lindenwood, you know, a hometown matchup, right? Got to play the outdoor game, but yeah, you really want to get those W's when you play Lindenwood. Liberty is easier to accept, like you said. They're such a great program, Todd. But a little redemption for them tonight to see what they can do against the Lions.
Yeah, and you mentioned the Liberty game. Obviously, 1 goal in those 2 games. I think one thing for this women's team tonight is to focus on defense and try and eliminate the chances for the Lions. And through defense, you will create offense.
It's going to be the Lindenwood Lions against the Maryville Saints. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have the puck drop and your starting lineups. This is Maryville Saints hockey.
The day the world stopped was the day we found where to go. Lost together, we discovered ourselves again. And we realized that the things that matter deserve time. From now on, we're not going to leave anything on our plates. Because we've learned to savor the moments that were always there. And they never tasted this good.
Coke with coffee. We blended Coke with rich coffee for one very good reason. Your afternoon pick-me-up routine needed it. Simple as that. Coke with coffee.
For the past 70 years, Lou Fuse has called St. Louis home, growing our dealership and community family, delivering the best experience.
LOUFUSZ, where we'll treat you right, you'll see. the respect that you need.
With 17 brands, 12 dealerships, thousands of new, certified pre-owned, used, and motorsport vehicles, and millions of happy customers, Lou Fuse is here.
Back with you at the Maryville University Hockey Center as we get set for puck drop between Lindenwood and Maryville. Let's give you the starters. We'll start with the visitors. The Lions are going to have Mia Busey in between the pipes. On defense, it's going to be Mackenzie Drost and Bryn Carter. On the forward line, it is Risa Shatford, Kennedy Frank, and Ava Bilton. For the hometown Maryville Saints, as we mentioned in the pregame, it is Sawyer Duncan in between the pipes. On defense, it's going to be Manu Kelsall, Emil Gerwitz, Sydney Poisson on the forward line, as well as Maddie Johnson and Sarah Brooks. So Maddie Johnson getting her first action of the season as she missed the first semester, but now she will be back out on the ice. She will be centering this top line for the Saints. As the Lions come up with possession, Brooks takes it right back for the Saints, but given up to Carter. She sends it across the end at center ice. Kelsall taps it up towards the blue line. Filtered in by Johnson, who now gives chase. A little bit of a body check behind the goal. Off the back of the cage, Lions punch it over here to the near corner. Saints pick up the loose change. Brooks almost lost an edge, regains the puck, twists it down low. Poisson is there. 3 players down low for the Saints. They put it out in front. Nobody home. Lions collect. Skating on out is Shatford. She gains the zone, but had her pocket picked. Gerwitz heads the other way. Lions are changing. Gerwitz puts it wide of the goal on the near side. Coming in hot is Rutherford. Was able to disrupt that, but not come up with possession. Shatford keeps it away from Rutherford, at least for now. Lions able to get it over towards the far boards. Rutherford digs in. Saints steal it for a moment. Possession a little hard to come by for either team. Lions have the bulk of it, but in their defensive zone. Out towards the circle. Shot by McGowan was knocked away. On the near side half wall. Another scramble for it. Emily Toole comes out with it. Shatford skates up for the Lions. Tripped up, no call coming. Off the wall, Dawson sends it to McGowan. Up towards the line, a little tap pass from Brennan was off the mark. Lions are going to twist one in and change it up again. Not quite 2 minutes played. The puck loose at the attacking blue line for Lindenwood as they play it deep. Now a shot from Carter goes off the backside of Asplund. Backhanded in from the far point. Carter couldn't quite settle it down. Now O'Leary brings it in from the near circle, and the shot sticked away. Was going wide anyway. Cooper ties it up along the half wall. Lions able to dig it out. Flung over here to the near wing. Stepping up to make the play was Furbett. O'Leary comes up from the blue line. Takes it off the bounce. Kennedy Frank skates it over the line. Hands it off. Cameron tried to dump it in as their teammates are changing. Maryville trying to catch them. Johnson brings it in. Johnson going to take the shot. Fan on it. Second opportunity. They hack and whack at it, and the referee blows the whistle.
Some good initial pressure from Maryville, keeping it down in the Lindenwood zone. And I'm sure Maddie Johnson's were about as big as saucers on that last one. Her first game back this season, getting a nice shot on goal and grabbing her own rebound.
Johnson wins the face-off, and it's twisted around by Callhammer. St. Louis puts it into the mixer, but not quite on. Another shot kicked at after it bounded off the left pad of the goaltender, Busey. Lions trying to get it out. Unsuccessful as it's held in by McGowan. Along the half wall, Callhammer hands it off. St. Louis looking for the return pass. Callhammer is hauled down. With her, trying to get it out of the zone, still can't. Now they just lob one out to center. Bouncing puck, McGowan tries to send it right back in. Callhammer wasn't quite down on the stick. No icing here, so all the way back is Paige Dawson. She sends the outlet pass a little too far behind McBain. She got a touch onto it to avoid an icing call the other way. Ava Bilton skates right past her own bench. Backhanded in by the captain, Mackenzie Drost. She'll head off on line change as she was a little bit twisted around, might have hit a rut in the ice. Backhanded in by Argyropoulos. A little too close for Busey, and she'll cover it up. 15:51 left to go here in the opening period. The bulk of the looks have gone to the Saints thus far, but they haven't really troubled the goaltender as of yet. Brooks picks up the fluttering puck in behind the net. Blind pass out towards the front was taken by Shatford. She goes rink wide. Hilton plays it off the Dashers, but the Saints were wise to the play. Gerwitz comes over, didn't win the stick battle. Now a backhand chance and a good save by Duncan. Kennedy Frank went to the backhand, tried to stuff it 5-hole. Frank with it again. Dropped off, long pass, blocked by one of the Lions. Asplund got in the way. Brooks sweeps it up. On the back check, Teague was able to get a little stick onto it. Now Rutherford puts it just wide. Again, the Saints looking to play low to high, but nobody's been on the receiving end the last couple times. That just dipped under the glove of Duncan, but wide. 5:15 played here in the first period. First game of 2023. Up the middle, Emily Toole, just to the left now. So guided on around. Brennan will skate onto it. Left it for Toole, but she wasn't expecting it. Furbit slaps it towards goal. Rutherford with the tip, but it fluts wide. Brennan with the loose puck. Back to Furbit again. Brennan was the intended target. Just kind of floated away from her. Furbit holds it in on the hot pass, shoots wide, ricochets off the end wall and back out in front. Losing the edge was O'Brien. Saints still get to the loose puck. O'Brien does a little pirouette, but the puck was too far away from her. This one shot well wide. Hammered off the glass and out by the Saints. Wither tried to go up the middle. O'Leary saw it, got a piece. Cooper comes in, squirts away from her. O'Leary comes up, puts on the pressure, can't come up with the puck. Cooper is there as well. She does come up with the biscuit. Loose along the edge of the circle. Gerwitz couldn't get to it. Lions trying to spring the counterattack, but the numbers favor Maryville. Shatford hauled down McGowan in its attempt to get the puck. Referee's been pretty lenient thus far. Some of the sting taken out of that by O'Leary as St. Louis gives chase. Trying to get around the defender. Back out to center. McGowan has it just south of the red line. McGowan plays it back in, delayed offside. Drost picks it up for the Lions. She's dispossessed. Here's Brennan. Puts it in front, sticked away. Fresh off the bench, Kelsel got there, but just a step late. Cameron gets it up towards the blue line for the Lions. Brennan is able to take it back for the Saints and spin it in behind the net. Closing in on 8 minutes played. Teague brings it across the line to the backhand on the high slot. And a poke check was enough to disrupt that. Asplund drops it back to the point. Gets the return pass in the corner, but it just went under her stick. Saints take it off the wall. They've got space in front. Rutherford's got some speed and hands on it. Stick might have been lifted just a little bit. Harris got it into the offensive zone. Was looking for Arishko. Harris again. Back up towards the blue line, intercepted by Carter as she flips it in, and the Lions will change their defensive pair. Cooper settles it down and crosses the blue line. Stick handles towards the red and lost control of it. Antonio comes in, left circle, peels back. Stick handle around. Good little poke there from Brooks. Blind pass towards the near circle, intercepted by Furbett. She skates up to the red line. She's going to slip it on in. 10:45 to go here in the opening frame. Now intercepted by Elle Rutherford. She's hauled down.
Yep.
Delayed penalty. Shot goes wide. A little bit of an early whistle there, but nevertheless, the first power play of the game is going to go to the Saints.
What I've been wanting to say, man, there's been no whistles, Todd, but Rutherford has been flying. She's in behind the goal, and that's really what caused that penalty. Was she's flying, she got the puck, and she was able to get tripped up. So Maryville will go on the power play, Marshy.
Yeah, we'll see if the Saints can capitalize on this power play. They've had all the momentum here in the first period. Lindenwood's had a few opportunities. Of course, a big save by Sawyer Duncan earlier in that frame. But my goodness, the pace of this game has been unbelievable. Like you said, Chuck, there has been only one whistle up to that penalty being called. We'll see if the Saints can, like I said, take advantage of the offense that they've been creating here in this first period.
Lions win the draw initially, but the Saints are able to at least tie it up in the corner. Rutherford getting a stick in there. Poissan's just trying to free herself from the boards as the Lions defender has got her backside right up against the Maryville attacker. Poisson kicks it down low, and now the Saints are able to get a little bit of space. Here's Johnson, shot in, deflected. Rutherford got a piece of it, but couldn't deflect it on goal. Gerwitz goes to the far side for Johnson, now straight away on the pass. Poisson back to Gerwitz, wrist shot blocked. Johnson will hold it in. Blind pass over towards the near point. Skating back is Poisson. She'll keep it in. Poisson comes up to the circle. Wrist shot, glove save, but off the cuff, so it's still alive. Hot pass back out towards the point. Gerwitz back to the half wall for Johnson. Down low for Brennan. Brooks skates onto it as it was loose behind the net. Lions claim the loose puck and clear it down the ice. 9:25 to go in the period. 50 seconds left in the power play. Saints charge up the ice. Skate to stick for O'Leary on the near wing. Got Brooks in support, but she'll charge on around to the far side. O'Leary looking for some space. St. Louis dropped it for Dawson. St. Louis down to the goal line, in front, and they couldn't connect on the pass. Dawson down low from the point. From the goal line, Brooks' shot went off a couple skates and skitters to the corner. Lions will hammer it all the way down. 10 seconds left in the power play. So that'll just about do it. Saints got a couple looks in on goal, but back to even strength. Centering pass intended for St. Louis was a little too high for her to handle. Lions collect it. They've got their full complement of players out there. Kelsel's lost her stick. Kicking at it. Didn't want to play it to Gerwitz because she was too close to the center of the ice, so that would have been a dangerous turnover had it happened. Saints clear it down, and it'll just have enough for icing. 8:06 left to go in the first.
You know, they didn't score, but I want to say it was a positive power play by Saints. Good puck movement. Didn't get as many shots on the Lindenwood goaltender as they would have liked, but I still like the puck movement.
Saints win the draw. Rutherford from behind her own goal. Too far behind Argyropoulos on the outlet feed. Argyropoulos comes back and then hands it right back. Back and forth we go. The puck's a hot potato right now. Gerwood's in behind her own cage. Gives it away on the near circle. Bilton carries it around. Couldn't get the wraparound attempt. They fan on a shot from the high slot. Held in by Drost. Gerwood's down low. Shouldered off the puck by Bilton. Regains it. McBain goes rink wide. Kelsel will feather it in. Saints are going to change. Good forecheck by Poisson, and then she lost the edge in an attempt to chase down that puck. Johnson comes in on the near wing. They seem to want to go to that far wing every single time as they circle around the net. Lions haven't cleared yet. Now they've got some numbers, 2-on-1 if they hurry. From the far side, brought in by Jalisco, and a good diving stab. McGowan went down to the ice and got it. 6:35 to go in the period. Johnson turns it around to McGowan. Poisson on the far wing, off the dashers and out as they go for a change. Teague takes the rink wide pass, drops it. Jalisco, that's wide. Antonio from the corner, bumped off of it, returns the favor, leaves it for Jalisco. The Saints come up with it. This one's rolling into the offensive zone, but not for long. The pitchfork play comes loose to O'Leary. O'Leary with O'Brien. She puts it into the slot, and the stick of Cooper was lifted at the most opportune time. 5:50 to go here in the first. No score. Gerwitz will float it in. It bounces off the back of the cage. Brennan gets a stick down. They battle in behind the net. Rutherford, Gerwitz, and shoots that one a mile wide. Furbick comes up from the point to keep it in. Bouncer off the near wall. Gerwitz slides it around the dashers. Out in front, nobody home in white. Furbitt with a slap shot. That's going to sting as it was blocked by Asplund. Brennan from the angle, turned away by Busey. Stick was lifted. Saints will keep it in, at least for now. Furbitt tried to scoop it into the corner. Second attempt gets it to its intended target. Brennan with a shot. That's off a skate and into the near corner. St. Louis found Kelsel, fresh off the bench. Collision along the circle. Both players were shaken up. It was the two number 17s, Jalisco and Emily Toole. Both of them seem to be all right as they get over to the benches. That one held in along the line by Dawson. Gave it right back to Lindenwood. No clear at the length of the ice. It's going to be a foot race to see whether it's icing, and they give the edge to Maryville.
Maryville getting their opportunities. They're having some, let's say, high-danger shot attempts, but Lindenwood's doing a good job at putting their bodies in front of the puck, blocking shots, lifting sticks when there's passes going through the crease. They're doing a good job playing defensively. Maryville just needs to capitalize and miss some of those bodies in front.
Here's Cooper trying to settle it down. Trost backhanded up the wall. Saints were able to hold initially, but a second attempt they cleared down. Lions again changing their lines, trying to keep things fresh, at least here in the first period. And thus far, the Saints have not been able to hem them in for too long. Here's O'Leary. Score! Colleen O'Leary went back to the forehand and roofed it into the upper 90. 1-0 Saints.
Yeah, Todd, you could feel that one coming. The Saints have been all over Lindenwood here in the first period. We mentioned some of those high danger scoring opportunities. Well, that one shot on net right over the blocker's side. Just a beautiful shot. And what a start for the Saints here in the first period.
That's the way that Maryville needed to get it done. They get the first goal of the game, and now they play from ahead. O'Leary at 16:07 to make it 1-0 Saints. Good steal by Toole. That puck just doesn't want to seem to leave the far side boards. Furbett comes back, but it's off her toe. She has no choice but to play it high off the glass. That ends up being a good pass. Here's Brennan. He's got Toole way on the far side of the rink. Brennan's going to drive towards the goal and at least gets that puck frozen for the faceoff.
Maryville's doing a great job at keeping pucks inside the zone. Lindenwood having a tough time at exiting the zone. They're getting second opportunities, Maryville is, of keeping that puck in, and they're taking advantage of it.
Saints win another draw. Cooper with a centering pass. It's loose. They jab at it. Poisson with the last tap. Referee blew the whistle a little quick, but he had lost sight of it. We'll have another face-off to the near side. Saints didn't win it cleanly, but they take possession. Here's Johnson towards the circle after coming off the boards. Puts it out in front, and Poisson couldn't get enough of it. Put in by Bilton as the Lions trying to get something going here on the offensive end. Haven't really had a good look on goal since that save by Duncan earlier in the period. Out of the reach of Brooks, picked up by Teague. She reverses and twists it around. Irwood skates onto it for the Saints in the far corner. Roughed up by Asplund. Scrum along the boards, and the Saints come out. That one rolled over the stick of Teague, so that benefits the Saints as it clears the defensive zone. Callhammer and St. Louis on the forecheck. St. Louis got a piece of it. Austin back out at center. Flings this one around as the Saints are going to do a piecemeal change. Good poke check there from the Saints forward, Nell Rutherford. St. Louis brings it back out, poked briefly. Dawson puts it down low to Callhammer. Couldn't quite get it off the wall. Rutherford puts on the brakes as she saw Teague coming at her. Dropped off and tic-tac-toe they go. Furbett with the shot, knocked down by the defender. Furbett another hammer shot. That's again blocked. Furbett doesn't go for it the third time.
Oh, yeah.
Rutherford taken down. There's going to be a penalty. Saints are going to go back on the power play. They haven't given up possession yet. Now we get the whistle.
Good opportunity for Maryville to tack on a second goal here with 1:18 left in the period.
And that penalty, that just comes from hard work, keeping the puck in the zone, firing pucks on, spinning away, and making Lindenwood have to defend. And they end up taking a penalty. And this is a huge opportunity, like you said, Chuck. If Maryville can tack on a goal before the end of the period, one, you get that late goal, you get that momentum, but you also increase the momentum that you've already had from the first goal and what you've been playing with all period long.
Madison Teague is in the box. 1:05 left in the period, 1:45 left in the power play as the Saints will have to go the length of the ice. They put it up through the middle. Brennan gave it over to Rutherford. She drops it off. Poisson now to Gerwitz. Has the shooting lane but puts it wide. Gerwitz knocks it down and good hold in. Johnson goes down low. Brennan didn't have a passing lane, so peels away. Gerwitz from the point, far side to Poisson. Gerwitz again. Johnson slows it up. Gerwitz to Poisson, but again, not quite on the forehand. Rutherford stick handling around. Gerwitz now gets it, takes a shot. That one missed by a couple feet.
15 seconds.
Again to Poisson on the circle. Her pass was knocked down. She's trying to keep it in. 8 seconds left in the period. And with Lindenwood in possession, that'll just about kill off this first period. So 42 seconds remain on the power play for the Saints to start the second period, but after 20, they have the lead 1-0. So a good opening period for the Saints as they had the bulk of the offensive chances. They got the goal. We'll see how the second 40 minutes transpire in the next two periods. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have your intermission report here on the Maryville Saints Hockey Network.
What you want, Lou Fuse has got it.
For the past 70 years, Lou Fuse has called St. Louis home, growing our dealership and community family, delivering the best experience.
Loufusc, where we treat you right, you'll see. RESPECT, get the respect that you need.
With 17 brands, 12 dealerships, thousands of new, certified pre-owned, used and motorsport vehicles, and millions of happy customers, Lou Fuse is here for you. Year after year, Lou Fuse has been proud to support youth athletics, honored to give back to community charities, and happy to deliver the respect and customer service you deserve.
LOUFUSZ, treat you right for 70. LOUFUSZ, it's our anniversary.
Come celebrate our 70th anniversary with us, with anniversary savings and specials all year long. And everyone gets the Fuse Family Promise, including warranties on new and Fuse certified vehicles, a money-back guarantee, and exchange policy.
LOUFUSZ, where we treat you right, you'll see.
There's two types of drivers out there. Drivers who know how to protect their investment, and drivers who don't. Car owners who know how to get more miles per gallon, and owners who don't. We're talking people who know their Schaefer, and people who don't. Which one are you? From cars to trucks to diesel workhorses, whatever you drive, there's a Schaefer synthetic oil for you. Do you know your Schaefer? Ask for it at an automotive retailer near you.
Wherever you live, from Bridgeton to Baldwin, Brentwood to Kirkwood, St. Anne to St. Charles, wherever you live. Hazelwood to Maplewood, the name you know. Frederick Roofing, wherever you go. For a hole in your roof or a whole new roof. Frederick Roofing.
St. Louis, 314-645-2000.
This is the letter I've been telling you about.
This letter is for you. From what I hear, you're supposed to be the next Tom Brady. What I'm about to say is important. Never let them call you the next Tom Brady. When they compare you to the GOATs, tune it out. When they say you're a 6th round draft pick, store it away. Compare yourself to nobody but the kid in the mirror. The one who goes all in, all out, and has the crazy confidence to know that who you are today is just a piece of who you're going to become. This letter's for that you, the one no one will see coming. Sincerely, Tom.
About your dreams, man.
Moneta may be one of the nation's largest independent wealth managers, but what we pride ourselves on most is serving each client like they're part of the family. That's why we go to extraordinary lengths to help our clients reach their unique financial goals. Whether launching a business, providing retirement planning for employees, or building a multi-generational legacy. At Moneta, whatever you cherish, we help protect it today, tomorrow, and into the future.
This is the MSHN Intermission Report, brought to you by the following. Hogan Trucking, comprehensive transportation, straightforward solutions.
What you want, Lou Fuse has got it.
For the past 70 years, Lou Fuse has called St. Louis home, growing our dealership and community family, delivering the best experience.
L-O-U-F-U-S-Z, where we'll treat you right, you'll see. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, get the respect that you need.
With 17 brands, 12 dealerships, thousands of new, certified pre-owned, used, and motorsport vehicles, and millions of happy customers, Lou Fuse is here for you. Year after year, Lou Fuse has been proud to support youth athletics, honored to give back to community charities, and happy to deliver the respect and customer service you deserve.
L-O-U-F-U-S-Z, treat you right for 70. L-O-U-F-U-S-Z, it's our anniversary.
Come celebrate our 70th anniversary with us, with anniversary savings and specials all year long. And everyone gets the Fuse Family Promise, including warranties on new and Fuse certified vehicles, a money-back guarantee, and exchange policy.
L-O-U-F-U-S-Z, where we treat you right, you'll see.
There's two types of drivers out there. Drivers who know how to protect their investment and drivers who don't. Car owners who know how to get more miles per gallon and owners who don't. We're talking people who know their Schaefer and people who don't. Which one are you? From cars to trucks to diesel workhorses, whatever you drive, there's a Schaefer synthetic oil for you. Do you know your Schaefer? Ask for it at an automotive retailer near you.
Red Brick Roofing, wherever you live, from Bridgeton to Baldwin, Brentwood to Kirkwood, St. Anne to St. Charles, wherever you live. Hazelwood to Maplewood, the name you know. Red Brick Roofing, wherever you go. For a hole in your roof or a whole new roof. Red Brick Roofing.
St. Louis, 314-645-2000.
This is the letter I've been telling you about.
This letter is for you. From what I hear, you're supposed to be the next Tom Brady. What I'm about to say is important. Never let them call you the next Tom Brady. When they compare you to the GOATs, tune it out. When they say you're a 6th round draft pick, store it away. Compare yourself to nobody but the kid in the mirror. The one who goes all in, all out, and has the crazy confidence to know that who you are today is just a piece of who you're going to become. This letter's for that you, the one no one will see coming. Sincerely, Tom.
About your dreams, man.
Moneta may be one of the nation's largest independent wealth managers, but what we pride ourselves on most is serving each client like they're part of the family. That's why we go to extraordinary lengths to help our clients reach their unique financial goals. Whether launching a business, providing retirement planning for employees, or building a multi-generational legacy. At Moneta, whatever you cherish, we help protect it today, tomorrow, and into the future.
This is the MSHN Intermission Report, brought to you by the following. Hogan Trucking, comprehensive transportation, straightforward solutions.
What you want, Lou Fuse has got it.
For the past 70 years, Lou Fuse has called St. Louis home, growing our dealership and community family, delivering the best experience.
L-O-U-F-U-S-Z, where we'll treat you right, you'll see. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, get the respect that you'll need.
With 17 brands, 12 dealerships, thousands of new, certified pre-owned, used and motorsport vehicles, and millions of happy customers, Lou Fuse is here for you. Year after year, Lou Fuse has been proud to support youth athletics, honored to give back to community charities, and happy to deliver the respect and customer service you deserve.
L-O-U-F-U-S-Z, treat you right for 70. L-O-U-F-U-S-Z, it's our anniversary.
Come celebrate our 70th anniversary with us, with anniversary savings and specials all year long. And everyone gets the Fuse Family Promise, including warranties on new and Fuse certified vehicles, a money-back guarantee, and exchange policy.
L-O-U-F-U-S-Z, where we treat you right, you'll see.
There's two types of drivers out there. Drivers who know how to protect their investment and drivers who don't. Car owners who know how to get more miles per gallon and owners who don't. We're talking people who know their Schaefer and people who don't. Which one are you? From cars to trucks to diesel workhorses, whatever you drive, there's a Schaefer synthetic oil for you. Do you know your Schaefer? Ask for it at an automotive retailer near you.
Red Brick Roofing, wherever you live, from Bridgeton to Baldwin, Brentwood to Kirkwood, St. Anne to St. Charles, wherever you live. Hazelwood to Maplewood, the name you know. Red Brick Roofing, wherever you go. For a hole in your roof or a whole new roof. Red Brick Roofing.
St. Louis, 314-645-2000.
This is the letter I've been telling you about.
This letter is for you. From what I hear, you're supposed to be the next Tom Brady. What I'm about to say is important. Never let them call you the next Tom Brady. When they compare you to the GOATs, tune it out. When they say you're a sixth-round draft pick, store it away. Compare yourself to nobody but the kid in the mirror. The one who goes all in, all out, and has the crazy confidence to know that who you are today is just a piece of who you're going to become. This letter's for that you, the one no one will see coming. Sincerely, Tom.
Live out your dreams, man.
And welcome back to the Maryville University Hockey Center. Drop the puck here on the second period. The Saints have 40 seconds left on the power play, but they have yet to gain the offensive zone. 30 seconds left on the man advantage as they set it up from the far side half wall. Rutherford gave it back to Poisson as they go tic-tac-toe. They continue to filter it around. Poisson with a shot. Rutherford with a deflection. Hacked at the rebound. But Boussy stood tall. Gerwitz straight away. Johnson's on the near circle. Poisson on the far circle. Down low to Rutherford. Peels off from the corner. Poisson top of the circle. Rister off the right pad. Lions do not clear, though. 2 seconds left. Power play is over. Saints still have it in the offensive zone. Not under control, though. Frank comes off the bench after the penalty was expired. Now it's a 2-on-1. They filter it back across. But they went one pass too many. One-timer in front. Score! Loki Antonio ties it up with the one-timer, fed from the goal line back towards the hash marks, and it's a 1-1 game.
Yeah, just an unfortunate bounce going for the Lions. The shot that rims around creates the 2-on-1 at first, like you said, Todd. few too many passes, but they find the one in the slot, and that one is the one that goes in the back of the net.
So Antonio ties it up at 1:03 of the second period. Now they come in with numbers again, and a glove save made by Duncan as the Lions are suddenly spry.
I mean, that was a great tic-tac-toe goal, guys. I mean, you can't be upset really at that one. I mean, it was a great shot. It was a great pass, right along the ice.
I think you could be upset.
Well, I mean, you could be upset, right? But I mean,
I get what you're saying.
Trying to set it up again. Duncan slams the 5-hole shut. Saints need to get regathered here, as they've allowed a handful of grade A chances just in this period, and we're not even 2 minutes in. Dawson feathers one up the zone. O'Leary was bumped off of it. Rutherford comes over and jabs it out of the defensive end. Here comes Cooper on her off wing. Rutherford, Kelsel's backing off, gets the puck, wrist shot blocked. Cooper's trying to get off on a change, didn't want to touch that puck in case her teammate had come onto the ice. Seen that several times with too many players called, but not to happen in this case. Gerwitz steps into one, blocked off the skate. Callhammer couldn't quite hold on to it, and the Lions will clear. But this one's going to cross all the lines, and we get an icing call with 17:37 left in the second.
Did you guys get anything good for Christmas?
I got an air fryer, actually.
An air fryer, okay.
Yeah, dual exhaust, as I call it. We got two different little, openings.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Straightaway point. Gerwitz goes over to Furbin on the far side. That took a couple deflections on the way through, but ended up wide. Gerwitz steps up again. As the Saints captain trying to spring something offensively for her team in this period. Here comes St. Louis. Puts it onto the forehand. Out into the middle. Shoots, and a stick save made by Busey.
What a move.
Tied up along the floorboards. Frank comes away with it. Hard off the dashers. McGowan steps up from the point twice and wins both battles. Tosses one towards the net. Busey sticks it away. 3:10 gone here in the period. Argodopoulos came over. It's rimmed around. McGowan again steps up for the hold. O'Brien in front. They couldn't quite connect. Pass was there, but shot not available. Another icing against the Lions. They're going to have to bring one or two players back out on the ice as they tried to sneak in a little bit of a change.
It looks like the Saints are trying to push back. We saw all the momentum for the Saints in that first period. The Lions, after killing the penalty off to start the second, regained that momentum, of course, tying this one up. But it looks like the Saints are pressuring here in the offensive zone.
Trost actually took it away from her goaltender, who was about to cover it. See if that benefits the Saints or not, as they've got numbers around the puck, but it popped up in the air, and now Frank will skate it away. Over the Emmett center ice, around Dawson. Frank to the forehand. Poke check, dispossessed her. Johnson goes skate to stick, and then tied up with the goal scorer, Antonio. And now we're going to get a penalty. Are they going to call it on Johnson?
Yeah, looks like they're going to get a hold.
So Maddie Johnson's going to go in to the sin bin for the next 2 minutes. Lions fans hoping a little bit less if they can take the lead for the first time in this game.
Chuck, I know you asked us what we get for the holiday. It seemed like you wanted to tell everybody what you got.
My big gift was a dustbuster I wanted.
All right.
Got a nice dustbuster. I also got a business card holder with my name engraved on it.
Wow.
That's nice. I'm old, Marsh. I mean, that's exciting things.
Here comes Antonio on the power play attack as the Lions gain the zone. Harisco into the bumper position. Hasn't got the puck yet. Antonio wants to take a shot. Instead goes rink wide under the stick of Shatford. Teague to Antonio. Back to Teague. From the point, instead to the circle. Shatford with a bad angle chance, turned away, and the puck will leave the zone. Antonio comes right back in. Maryville trying to set up defensively. They took away the passing lane. Teague with a long shot. That was knocked away. And then Gerwitz clears the loose change. Teague was looking for Shatford. Now O'Brien clears it out. Cooper was exhausted. She gets off on a change. Callhammer putting on the required forecheck, at least to get her teammates a change. Gerwitz comes back. She's the one that stayed out there. 42 seconds left on the power play. Bouncer up towards the line, held in by the skate of Drost. She comes back and actually clears it out for Maryville. 35 seconds remain in the power play. 14:30 left in the period.
Todd, it's your turn. he knew it was coming. The smile on his face. He knew it was coming. What would you get, Todd?
I think we need to focus on the power play.
All right.
I got some Captain America socks, which I'm wearing.
Are you really? Let's see. Pull up the legs. Let's see here. And Todd is not joking. There they are. Okay. I like it, Todd.
Long shot in, bounces into the near side corner. Wither trying to put it back into the mixer. Keller over to Wither on the near circle. Straightaway point. Drost to Keller. She'll try a shot. That's blocked. Toole picks it up. Back to 5-on-5. Johnson was hoping that they could spring her on a breakaway, but Saints didn't have clean control of it. 13:45 left as Wither goes down low. Frank tried to muscle her way through three defenders. Got into a little bit of space, but didn't have too much she could do with it. Saints still hemmed inside their zone, though. Callhammer gets it into the offensive zone. Asplin comes over here to the near wing. McGowan spikes it out. Back and forth it goes in the neutral zone. Poisson stick handles over to the far wing. Puts it off the side of the goal. He was intending to center that one. Dawson punches it right back in. 12:50 left to go here in the period. 1-1 score. Saints took the lead in the first period. This should be an icing, but it was answered by Antonio here in the second.
Not really much going on right now. Todd, a little back and forth. Couple icings here and there. Some more whistles than we saw in the first period.
Yeah, it seems like both teams are trying to figure each other out at this point. Obviously, a tie game here and a little free-flowing in the first period, but now they're getting their chances and pucks are being stopped, and with a ton of pressure, you're going to get a lot of icings.
Furbett took the slap shot, was looking for a deflection in front. It did get tipped, but by a defender. Brennan from the half wall. Tried to filter one backward. Lions were able to intercept. There's a high stick right in the face of Dawson.
Yep.
Getting away with it. No penalty coming. Lions have it in the offensive zone. Carter puts one just wide. May have taken a deflection on the way through. Teague with a wrister from distance. That goes off the end wall. Saints with an opportunity to spring the counterattack, but they end up just dumping it in for the line change. 11:45 to go in the second. Teague skates up through the middle. Lost control of it as she crossed the blue line. Regains it.
Yep.
She's hauled down, and there's going to be a penalty. So that non-call against Dawson really comes back to bite Maryville, as now they'll be shorthanded.
Yeah, Teague's name, I feel like you've been saying it a lot tonight, Todd. She's had a real strong game. She's been kind of everywhere in the middle of all the plays. So the strong skating, the strong rush from Teague, caused the power play, and Emma Gerwitz is going to go off for two.
Yeah, we saw a fan earlier, not too long ago, slip on a banana. It went down very similar into the boards.
Oh, my gosh.
So was he all right?
I believe he's one of the players.
I was going to say he's a player.
He's a player, supporting the women's team. And
oh, boy.
Good pad save there by Duncan on the shot from distance. Whatever was said in the locker room for the Lions has really turned things around for them in terms of their style of play here in the second period. Antonio goes out top. Drost has it, skates all the way into the corner. Thought about carrying it around the world. Now Shatford with a slap shot from the blue line. Saints will jab it out. Shatford comes back in her own zone. O'Brien, fresh off the bench, Callhammer, and it just wouldn't settle down for her. O'Brien picked the pocket of one of the Lions and heads off on a change after she put it in behind the net. 65 seconds left in the power play. Drost up the near wing, plays it off the Dashers. McGowan back in her own zone. Off the boards, but not out. Kept alive by Wither. Is it funny there, Chuck?
I keep picturing him falling right in front of us, guys. I can't stop. All of his friends and teammates are over here. And he falls on his face on the bleachers.
He got up quick. You got to give him that. Around the world, Teague puts it out in front with her with a shot. That's blocked. Power play still got 20 seconds left. Teague straightaway point. Near side going circle to Wither. Ooh. And Teague comes all the way back. That'll just about do it on this Lindenwood power play. Johnson with the interception on the zone exit.
Oh!
He scores! That is definitely one that Busey would like to have back, but the Saints are back up by one.
Welcome back, Maddie Johnson. What a snipe from the top of the circle, actually the bottom of the circle. And Maddie Johnson, her first game back, puts Maryville up 3-1.
Yeah, what a weird angle shot. Both goals going high, blocker side.
It's actually
Busey.
two, right? Sorry, I
just hit me in the face.
I don't know what just happened, Marsh. Sorry. It's only
anyways,
two.
But they did have three up on the scoreboard. I did a double take as well.
Todd, it was a great shot. That's all I wanted to say before Chuck punched me in the face.
It's 2-1. I totally interrupted you and I hit you in the face.
Can't even get through my opening monologue without you interrupting me.
The look on your
taste
face.
to the back of the hand there.
Right. The look on Marsh's face. He just stared through me. Oh, my gosh, guys.
Got to keep that backhand strong, I guess. 9:10 left to go here in the period. Saints lead by one. Somebody had an itchy trigger finger on the scoreboard. So it did say 3-1 for a moment. Fans asking for a penalty, not going to get one. Saints held the zone for a moment, but the Lions bring it back out. Good step up by Kelsel. Antonio circles back to pick it up. St. Louis crosses the blue line on the attack, plays it off of the Lindenwood player. Now a centering pass, and they couldn't quite connect. Good defensive play, otherwise Kelsel would have made it 3-1. Hurwitz trying to catch Lindenwood in a line change. Here comes St. Louis. They've got numbers if they hurry. St. Louis puts it off the skate of Drost. Lindenwood defender tied it up for a moment. Now it's put into the crease. Loose change, jabbed back into the corner. St. Louis outsized by Drost. Callhammer's there as well, trying to fish it out of the skates. Back to the point for Gerwitz. Didn't have a shooting lane. Furbich, she'll take one. That goes high off the glass.
Furbich got a shot on her.
Down into the corner. Antonio from the near wall. Drost trying to find some space to escape the zone on the far side. Saints see the slow-moving puck, got to it. Now they're going to try a change. Antonio's got the open wing, but ran out of space as Dawson cut off the angle. 7.5 to go in the period. Saints have regained the lead. Johnson scored at 10:30. Here comes Cooper. Cross ice intended for O'Leary was off the mark. The skates of Furbett kept it in. That one off the boards or Cooper, one or the other. Came back out in front. Nobody was there for Maryville. Iansil just sauced one in. Chased down by Wither. Gives a little bump to Dawson from behind. Furbett plays it high off the glass, and that's going to go for icing.
Another strong shift by the Saints. They're continuing that pressure in the offensive zone. They don't want just 2 goals. They want that third goal that allegedly was on the scoreboard that I missed.
It's hard to see when you get a
yeah, when you got a black eye. A black eye and a broken jaw.
Well, at least it's the weekend. You get to recover. Here comes Cooper, and she shoots right into Drost. Made a good move into the middle of the slot, but the shooting lane just dried up. Keller goes the other way. 2 defenders surrounded her. El Rutherford turns on the afterburners. A little like Timu Solani takes the shot. That's a stick save. Lions are going to change their lines again. Gerwitz back in her own zone. Off the boards. Good pass up to Toole. Toole in with Johnson. Brennan on the far wing. Lions have control of the puck. Antonio sees it go in behind her. McGowan comes back, gets into position. Soft shot towards goal. Duncan just sticked it away. And this one's cleared out. 5.5 to go in the period. Brennan is in. Kind of an awkward pass to handle there for Johnson. McGowan back at center ice. Antonio cuts it off. Pie faces McGowan.
What is that?
Gets a stick around her neck as well. I understand the first no call, but the second one seemed a little bit, I think it would have been a penalty. And the referee disagrees. Lions have it in the offensive zone and puts on with a good little poke to keep that shot attempt from Frank away. Brooks comes in on the forecheck. Almost disrupted that pass. Second attempt. Saints got a piece of it. Frank jabs it out. The Saints need to be careful there. They almost gave it away right at the blue line. Now there is a shot from the angle. Shatford turned aside. Shatford gets it back again. Carries on around. Skate save made by Callhammer as that goes over to the far boards. Maryville contentious to tie this one up, kill off a little bit of time, and the referee had enough of that and stops it. 4:13 left to go. Saints up by 1.
Yeah, it was a nice stick in the lane earlier, like you said, Todd. We saw in that first, or the earlier in this period, that give and go, look for the player in the high slot to try and get that shot off. And then we saw a similar play not too long ago. However, Maryville picked it up. And they're able to get sticks in the lane, play some good defense.
Kelsel takes it from her goaltender. It keeps going back and forth. Lions have it. Shatford trying to repay the favor. Was attempting to score from a similar angle as Johnson. Another pass disruption, this time by Kelsel to keep it away from Shatford. Shatford picked up the loose puck, twisted it down low. Bilton comes up with it. Initially dispossessed by O'Brien. Frank picks it up. Back to the point for Wither. She'll take a slap shot,
Oh!
and it trickles in. Just underneath the blocker of Sawyer Duncan. And you can tell from her reaction she's upset with herself, but that one snuck through her body, and we've got a tie game.
I was going to say, it went through a mirage of players there, Todd. Duncan was there as we heard the thud, but it just snuck through. So one that probably Sawyer Duncan wants back, but a nice shot from the point.
And I can't tell from our angle. I couldn't tell if she was squared up to that shot, or by the time that she went down to make the stop, if she was sort of sliding towards that back post and sliding backwards. And maybe if that were the case, it slipped right through, I would think, her arm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it hit off the bottom of the blocker and just kept on going. Nevertheless, Wither with the goal at 16:29 to make it 2-2. Lions come right back in on the attack. The shot was blocked from the left circle, and it bounces over Drost. She got a touch into it, so it won't be icing, even though Poisson got there one way or the other. 3 minutes left in the second period. Saints looking for another answer. They've had 2 leads, but the Lions have come back to tie it twice.
Oh.
Poisson put it back out in front. They score! Brooks does find the answer as it went off the skate of the goaltender. Second opportunity, put it in front, and Brooks poked it home.
That's why you go to the front of the net. You plant yourself right there, right outside the blue paint. Just a good job of creating offense here for the Saints. Whether or not Lindenwood goes down and scores, they know how to respond, and that's the best thing you can take away from a game like this as a team, the way you can respond to adversity and, frankly, another team scoring goals. So a great job for this Saints squad.
Less than a minute later, the Saints retake the lead. 17-12, the time of Brooks' goal. Dawson couldn't hold the zone. Got a piece of Antonio, and they're going to get her for a trip.
Going back to that goal, guys, Sydney Poisson was wide open behind the net, and the Saints forecheck got it to her. The initial wraparound that Poisson tried was saved, and she stuck with it and then fed it right out in front. So good job on the forecheck, and great job for Sydney Poisson to keep it in the zone and keep it as, she gets that rebound.
Like you said, she did have a lot of time behind the net. When you see a player behind the net with that amount of time, at least now in today's game, the first thing you think of is, could that player maybe pull the Michigan or something like that? Obviously, she didn't do it right there, but nevertheless, the Saints get a goal, and a big one at that.
So now they need a big penalty kill to keep the lead. It's Dawson in the box on the trip. 1:40 left on the power play right now. Cross-ice pass was intercepted as it's scooped out by Cooper. Cooper got a glove right into the mush. So she's going to head off to the bench.
The linesman was calling that they were on, and Tommy Lang, the coach of Saints, was yelling offside, so Lindenwood thought they were offside.
Psychological warfare. 1:35 to go here in the period. 1 minute left in the power play. Frank comes all the way around, finds Antonio. She had a shooting lane available.
Oh!
And the shot was saved by Duncan.
Great tip, great setup by Antonio. Antonio's another player that has just been everywhere. She's smaller in size, but she's mighty in the way she plays. She was able to set that up, but Sawyer Duncan was able to glove it out of the air.
Yeah, that's a heck of a save by Sawyer Duncan, who was sliding to that far post, able to snare the glove out and make the stop. And that's a big one for her because, like you said before, that second goal goes in, one that she definitely would want back. So you come back and you make a big save right there to keep your team with a 1-goal lead. That's big for Sawyer.
So now it looks like the Lions have taken a timeout. They've still got 53 seconds left on their power play, 1:22 left in the period. Doesn't it seem a little bit? I understand that you want to make the most out of this power play attack, but it seems a little early to be calling it.
Yeah, kind of an odd time to call a timeout. But hey, when you're feeling out your team and you know your team, you know, could be the right time. As we're got some sandstorm going on, if you can hear it. Todd in his Captain America socks. We'll be back here tomorrow, guys. Same men's D1, women's D1, Saturday tilt.
Same Maryville time, same Maryville channel.
Yes, sir. Same Panula socks.
No, I have different socks.
No, I got Batman tomorrow.
He's got. Come on, dude. That's DC. He's a Marvel guy.
See, I do have DC. Batman socks. I could wear them.
Okay.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
I'm sure he does. I have Pikachu socks. That's not a joke.
Here's Drost from the point, edge of the circle to Antonio. They exchange places. Drost drives it down low, trying to create some space for Frank. But Maryville did good to reestablish their defensive zone. Antonio from the top of the circle. Drost at the point, trying to get it through traffic. Almost did, but it was just wide of the net. Brendan wasn't quite strong enough on the stick to get that out of the zone. Shatford with a shot. That took a deflection and goes out of play. They were a little bit slow in stopping the clock, but that benefits the Saints. 39 seconds left in the period, 10 left in the power play.
Another fast period, Todd. It felt like, not many whistles in that first period. And at the beginning of the second, I said there's been quite a few whistles, but 39 seconds to go. It's been a fast-moving period. And they're going to say, nope, can't do the change. Which is
Lions
fine.
Were trying to get a late change there on their power play, but the Saints had already set up their line. They get the last change. Maryville wins the face-off from the neutral zone. They clear it down. That'll wrap up another Lindenwood power play, so they are 0 for 2. Lions looking for one last push up the ice to try to tie it up before the intermission. It's going to be a face-off in their zone after that one got knocked out into the Maryville bench. Step up from Gerwitz to poke that one away. Poisson just kind of feathers it down into the corner. 10 seconds left in the period. Here's Brooks looking for the centering pass. That was knocked away. 5 seconds left. Poisson comes over to help. That will do it for 2 periods of play here at the Maryville University Hockey Center. And the Saints hold on to their 1-goal lead, but the score changed. 3-2 after 40 minutes. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have your intermission report and the third period of play. This is Maryville Saints hockey.
The day the world stopped was the day we found where to go. Lost together, we discovered ourselves again. And we realized that the things that matter deserve time.
That looks good.
From now on, we're not going to leave anything on our plates. Because we've learned to savor the moments that were always there. And they never tasted this good.
Coke with coffee. We blended Coke with rich coffee for one very good reason. Your afternoon pick-me-up routine needed it. Simple as that. Coke with coffee.
For the past 70 years, Lou Fuse has called St. Louis home, growing our dealership and community family, delivering the best experience.
L-O-U-F-U-S-Z, where we'll treat you right, you'll see. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, get the respect that you need.
With 17 brands, 12 dealerships, thousands of new, certified pre-owned, used and motorsport vehicles, and millions of happy customers, Lou Fuse is here for you. Year after year, Lou Fuse has been proud to support youth athletics, honored to give back to community charities, and happy to deliver the respect and customer service you deserve.
L-O-U-F-U-S-Z, treat you right for 70. L-O-U-F-U-S-Z, it's our anniversary.
Come celebrate our 70th anniversary with us, with anniversary savings and specials all year long. And everyone gets the Fuse Family Promise, including warranties on new and Fuse certified vehicles, a money-back guarantee, and exchange policy.
L-O-U-F-U-S-Z, where we treat you right, you'll see.
There's power in numbers. Number ones will cook you with that first step.
Your L, sir. Compliments of the chef.
Number 10s, more gold than Midas.
Midas who?
24s will live in your head. 33s put in so many hours, they'll be the first to defeat Father Time.
What you got, 33?
Clouds up, old man.
Run it back. I said run it back.
50s, ice in their veins. And 87s are so good, they just set up shop in the end zone.
Next!
There's power in numbers. Take yours. Powerade. More power for 0 to 99, more power for me.
This is the MSHN Intermission Report, brought to you by the following. Arco Construction, the design and build people.
Back here at the Maryville University Hockey Center for your second intermission report. Todd Panula alongside these two jokers. Did you get some ice for your jaw there? Are you all right?
Yeah, I can't. It hurts a little bit.
So 3-2 after two. Maryville kept the lead. 1 goal difference in between these two, but 4 goals scored. So
yeah,
it seemed like once the offense got rolling in the second period, both teams felt a little more comfortable.
Yeah, back and forth, both punches being thrown, and I thought the Saints did a great job at responding. I mentioned that during the period. It says a lot about what kind of team you have in that locker room. And after the initial power play to start off the second period, it seemed like the Saints kind of lost that jump that they had from the first period, and then they regathered. And I mean, we've seen some incredible goals tonight. We've seen some snipes, but we also saw the go-ahead goal here in the second, where you're just planting yourself in front of the net and you're banging home the loose change in front of the net. And if you want to win games, that's the type of hockey that you're going to have to play, is to find loose pucks and put them in the back of the net. And so far, so good for the Saints.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say? The trashy goals win games, right? I mean, when you're picking them up, you're getting them rebounds. That's what you got to do. And with a close game like that, anything's going to count and everything's going to, put your team forward.
So 20 minutes left in regulation. If you're Coach Tommy Lang, what are you telling the troops to seal this one off in the third period?
I think you just keep your foot on the pedal and keep doing what you've been doing throughout this entire game in the offensive zone. They're creating a ton of chances, and not only that, they're holding on to the puck and they're keeping pucks in at the blue line, and that's going to lead to some frustrated Lions, and they're going to be tired out there. And when that happens, then you can start to put pucks to the net, and mistakes are going to be made, and they're going to end up scoring more goals. So just keep doing that. Not only, does scoring goals sound nice, but if you keep possession of the puck inside the offensive zone, time's going to run down, and you're going to end up winning this game.
Gosh, take a breath, Marsh. That was good.
Sorry,
I mean, it comes to your head. You got to say it.
Got to say it. I got to ramble on.
You probably have a concussion.
Well, clearly this morning Chuck chose violence, so we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the puck drop here on the third period of play. The Saints lead 3-2 after 2. This is Maryville Saints hockey.
lot of the times, students that are thinking about entering our program, they have a lot of questions. They've done their research. A lot of the questions that the students have are based upon outcomes. Where am I going to be 4 years from now if I decide to be in the Rawlings Sport Business Management program? Here, I'll show you. Here's where our alumni work now. We have students working in the athletic department at universities. We have students working for sports teams. We have students working for sports agencies, whether it be an Abstract Marketing, a Learfield Sports, an IMG. Those are a lot of the organizations that are hiring our students. And we do have a lot of our alumni who do work for sports teams, whether it be the Houston Rockets, the Kansas City Royals, the St. Louis Cardinals, St. Louis Blues. Many of our students have worked for those agencies and continue to work for those types of organizations now.
The teams are out of the locker rooms. Maryville trying to get themselves pumped up here to try to finish off the first win of 2023. They've done their job through 40 minutes, having a 1-goal lead. 3-2 is your score, and we're underway here in the third. Saints get it in the offensive zone. Johnson tried to glove it down. Gerwitz steps up, deflected puck. Didn't get it on net, and then a chance for Poisson. Ends up wide to the far side. Poisson tried a tap pass to Brooks, who was cutting towards the net, but Lindenwood was able to step in front. And now they have it up towards the blue line. Shatford will just play it off the wall and in as she heads off on a change. 17 seconds in. Saints are able to get it over the blue line. Line to line it goes. Teague comes in for Lindenwood. Maryville's got to be careful as they had too many players for a brief moment. Gerwitz will chase it down. Almost lost an edge. Plays it off the wall. Teague holds it in initially. Brennan sweeps it up the wall again. Saints escape on the far side. Antonio comes right back in for Lindenwood, but again, not under possession. Saints play it off the window and out. Carter has it back at her own blue line. Two Saints players charging right at her. Toole comes over to pick up the puck. Toole stick handles around Fuchs. Toole from the corner. Hits the brakes. Brennan behind the net. Try to backhand pass out in front. Wraparound attempt. Fuchs got a piece of it. Now McGowan with a wrister. That's off the cuff of the glove. Johnson touches it over here to the near corner. Argyropoulos gave it to McGowan. Stick save made. Argyropoulos was looking to Johnson. Pops loose over to the far corner. Drost couldn't clear it out. Here's an attempt now, and it just slipped away for McBain. Argyropoulos back to McBain, but she was surrounded. Fuchs can't clear it out. McGowan couldn't hold it in. As that one just kind of hopped over her stick blade. 17:45 to go here in the period. Dawson spins and fires it into the zone. O'Leary back at her blue line. Tried to get it up to O'Brien. Hit off the toe of her stick. O'Leary gets it off the wall. A floating puck right along the circle. Lions get it out, but not for long. Saints will dump it in on the line change. O'Leary trying to take advantage of the miscue as Teague just now getting back to her skates. Gerwitz stepped up. Kept that one alive. Now second opportunity. She was looking for a deflection. Busey made the save and holds on with 16:57 left to go.
Yeah, it's playing in right exactly what we said in the intermission report, Todd. Keep that foot on the gas, and Maryville's doing exactly that right now as they're looking really good right here in the offensive zone.
Referee was over in the officials area. Not really sure what that discussion was about, but nothing seems to come of it. Saints win the faceoff as we're back underway. Centering pass, Brennan was there, but it just snuck under her stick. Saints rim it around again. With her. With St. Louis right in her grill. Furbit with another high shot. Shatford even had to be wary of that one. Frank digs it out. Puts one up towards the attacking line. Here's Shatford. Goes down to a knee. Callhammer comes over. Frank is there as well. Is everybody jousting to try to pick up that puck. Carter holds the zone at least for now. Shatford to Frank. Just outside the circle. Stick handles in. Tie it up. Bilton back to Carter. Didn't have much on it. Here's Fuchs back to the forehand. The shot was sticked away. Saints trying to spring the counterattack. They find St. Louis, but it explodes off of her stick. St. Louis needs to be careful of reaching too much. Don't want to take a tripping penalty. Dawson goes rink wide. Kelsel went off the skates of St. Louis, who was trying to get out. Kelsel feathers one to Johnson. She'll slow it up along the hash marks. Puts it into the middle for Kelsel. Couldn't get a stick down as she was in a tussle. Teague takes it for the Lions. 5 minutes played here in the period. Kelsel fires it right back towards the bench of the Lions. Hassan on the forecheck, as is Johnson. Lions get around it. They come out, not cleanly. They do get the offensive zone. Here's Harishko. Peels one back in behind the net. Nobody was really aware of it for the Lions. They do manage to hold it in, but not under possession as they're trying to get a line change. But Maryville bails them out with an icing call. 14:26 to go. So some good initial pressure by Maryville, but it seems like both teams are starting to feel a little bit of the effects of this being their first game back.
Mm-hmm.
Saints won the draw initially. They bounce it up towards the blue line. Now it's carried out by Poisson. She comes in with Brooks. Flips one in behind the goal. Brooks gives chase. Swept over to the near boards by Lindenwood. Brooks able to steal it away. She's trying to backhand chance, and Busey made the save.
What a move and what a save.
Fluttering puck. Back out towards the Maryville zone. They come back in quickly. Rutherford charges in to the backhand. Score! El Rutherford doubles the lead. It's 4-2.
The speedy Rutherford able to put one in. That goal was created because of Rutherford's speed.
Yeah, and she deserves that too. She's been flying all over the ice tonight. She's had her chances, and that is a huge goal for the Saints to put them up by 2.
So Rutherford makes it 4-2 at 6:16. And now the Saints have a little bit of a cushion. So the Lions going to have to loosen things up on the defensive end and try to push forward onto the attack. Duke comes in. Tries
my God.
A shot, and she scores. Duncan can't believe it. And I can't really either. From our vantage point, that looked like that went in clean. I don't think it even went off the backside of Duncan.
No, she absolutely roofed that. Talk about an angle. I mean, we're talking about the angle that Maddie Johnson scored from.
Yeah.
That was more of an angle there, and that was a wicked shot. What a goal. 4-3 Saints, but Lindenwood is not going away.
That's practically on the goal line.
Yep.
So from an impossible angle, 16 seconds after Maryville scored, the Lindenwood Lions get back on the board as Teague gets her first of the game to make it 4-3. So the cushion has disappeared. Maryville's got to sweat it out a little bit more now. Stretch pass tipped by McBain, so that avoids an icing call. Saints have been good on the face-off circle, but you don't want to take too many icings here, especially if you get tired lines on the ice. Rutherford comes back in, looking for her second. Just sauces one in behind the net. Carries it past Drost. Kelsel off the wall, straight away for Gerwitz. Slap shot, just wide. Rebound chance. Toole put it in behind. Gerwitz had that one come off the dashers a little awkwardly, so she took a spill and it left the zone. 12:20 to go. Centering pass didn't connect with Brennan. Antonio has it for the Lions. Hit the brakes. Now here comes Harishko. Stick handles right in front of two defenders. Was muscled off of it along the far boards. Gerwitz chases it down. Lions come right back in. That's off the body of Frank. She was tied up. O'Brien will skate over towards her bench. And scoop that one a little too high, goes out of play.
Yeah, I mentioned the pushback from Maryville whenever Lindenwood would score. Another example of that is Lindenwood doing the exact same thing, pushing back. Of course, 2-goal lead is the hardest to keep, Chuck.
Oh, Marshy.
So the Saints going to have to play good defensively the rest of the way.
A bouncer, and that one, you never know how those are going to hop off the ice. So
yeah, those are
Duncan
scary.
Get down. 11:38 to go. Saints took a 1-0 lead back in the first. It was 3-2 after 2. After the teams combined for 4 goals in the second period. Each team has one here in the third, looking for more. Saints try a spin shot. Callhammer was denied. It's going down for the block was Bilton. Teague, the latest goal scorer for Lindenwood. Just couldn't quite reach it. Frank picks the pocket. Here comes Bilton. 1-on-2. She's all by herself. She tries one from the angle, but floats it wide. Saints trying to counter. Callhammer picks it up on the backhand, tosses it into the offensive zone. Johnson regains the angle on the puck and gathers it up. Lost it along the boards. Awkward spill there, and they're going to call a penalty.
Oh, that was late. That was super late.
Bryn Carter went down. It looked like she just hit a spot on the ice.
Yeah. The ref's kicking someone out, too. He's kicking out a fan, it looks like. I don't know if that's...
Yeah, there was somebody over in the corner that's been ejected by the referee.
But they haven't gone anywhere.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I don't think they're gonna leave this one. It's too tight of a game to leave. Nope, never mind.
So Lindenwood will go on to the power play for the third time this game. Trying to tie this one up is Maddie Johnson's in the box on the trip. As you mentioned, Chuck, a very late call. So the referee was looking at it the entire way and then all of a sudden decided to put the arm up in the air.
Yeah, he was right there.
Deflected glove save. Harishko is denied. Antonio from the circle. Now to Drost. Traffic in front.
Good block.
He waited, but Brooks still made the block, and the puck is just able to cross the line. Delayed offside. Regathered by the Lions, but back in their own zone. Closing in on the halfway mark of the period. Teague to Shatford. Skates over her own blue line. Reverses across center. In on the attack. Takes a little bit of a slash from Toole. Shatford will carry all the way around. Good centering feed. Antonio is denied with a pad.
Huge save by Sawyer Duncan.
Teague sees a shooting lane. Stick save made by Duncan. 50 seconds left in the power play. Callhammer cannot clear. Digs it along the corner. Teague is taken down. She's John at the referee after she was slammed pretty hard by Toole.
Yeah, kind of a cross check it looked like.
Toole's able to shovel that one down low again. 30 seconds left in the power play. Saints able to take it, at least for a moment, at center ice. Here comes Keller. She'll toss it on around. Dawson fanned on the clearance. Slams her stick to the ice in frustration. Now gets back into position. Keller with the shot. That's blocked. Now the Saints have numbers. Penalty just about to elapse. Here's McBain. She was cut off nicely as the two defenders sandwiched her.
Huge blocks right there for the Saints on that penalty kill, and of course the big save by Sawyer Duncan to keep this a 1-goal game. Great penalty kill for the Saints.
5-on-5 action with 8:30 left to go. Johnson slows it down, comes in with Brooks. Poisson on the far wing. Brooks, backhand chance. That's denied. It's loose. They score! There was a scramble in front. Nobody really knew where the puck was, and the Saints were able to jab it in. Looks like Sydney Poisson will take credit for the goal and restore the 2-goal advantage.
Yeah, the diving Poisson able to sneak it in. It looked about 3 or 4 rebounds there, Todd. But Poisson was there to get it in and get the 5-3 lead.
And we said in the intermission, you said it, Chuck, it's going to come down to getting the trash goals right in front of the net. We've seen some beauties tonight, but that one right there is a pivotal goal for Maryville to reclaim that 2-goal lead, and it's one of those right in front of the net, and they cashed in.
So Poisson has been a little bit snake-bitten here on home ice, but she's able to get her team a 2-goal lead. As we're in the single digits left in terms of time on the clock. 8 minutes to be exact. 5-3 is the score. Poisson scores at 11:39. Right back at it. The Lindenwood Lions put one towards goal, and that's turned aside. Teague was looking for her second of the game. Saints couldn't quite connect on the pass. Rutherford was fast, but not fast enough, so it's an icing.
Yeah, there's a few players on the Lions that Maryville's really got to focus on. Number 14, Teague, she's everywhere. Antonio is everywhere. It seems like they've gotten the most opportunities for the Lindenwood Lions, and Maryville's really got to pressure those two.
Antonio is on the bench, but Teague is on the ice. She's here on the left point. Shatford's shot. Stick got to it to take some of the steam out of it, but still a solid save by Duncan. 7:32 to go now.
And that's a big save by Duncan, just to get those fresh bodies on the ice after the icing.
This time it's the Lindenwood Lions taking control off the faceoff. Frank just ran into a maze of bodies, managed to somehow slither her way through it, still in control of the puck.
Strong play by Frank.
Dawson finally picks it up. Off the window. Teague knocks it down. Shatford trying to get it out of her skates. Finally settles that puck down along the edge of the far circle. With her to Teague. Wrist shot in. That's blocked. Kelso got it with her skates. The Lions will hold it in for now. And now it's kicked out by Kelso. Stretch pass intercepted by Johnson. Gerwitz didn't get much of a breather, but comes right back out there. Brooks comes in with Johnson through the wickets and over to the far side. Brooks put it into the middle, and that's by everybody. Lions get another change. Saints lead by 2. Maddie Johnson put it into the offensive zone. Brooks comes in on the forecheck, hits it with the body. She got Poisson in front, trying to put it into the mixer, and it went through the skates. Lions put it up the wall. That was touched by Gerwitz, so no icing. Rutherford comes all the way back. Picks up speed.
Yep.
She's going to draw a penalty. Stick came in. I believe it's going to go against Mackenzie Cameron. St. Louis under control. Saints more than happy to just kind of put this one around the zone. McGowan takes a shot. Almost had a rebound chance for Brennan. St. Louis back to Dawson at the point. St. Louis on the circle. Again, this is just time off the clock. Delayed penalty here. Saints, if they give it up, they'll have a power play. McGowan goes down low. St. Louis on the near side now. McGowan again. Calling for it was Dawson, and that one will escape the zone. Saints just put that one out of play a little too high.
So another penalty from Rutherford's speed. She gets the puck behind her own goal line, turns on the afterburners, and gets tripped up. So great, a great game by Elle Rutherford so far, guys.
You almost thought that she would take that coast to coast the way she was flying.
Yeah, she was
throughout
moving.
her own zone and then into the neutral zone, and we've seen it before.
Coach Lang with Maryville takes the timeout.
5:01 to go. 2-goal lead for the Saints. So if you're Coach Lang, especially when you consider how the Saints went in to the semester break with 4 straight losses. We talked about, obviously, the Liberty ones, a little bit more understandable. That was just kind of a see how we measure up kind of series.
The litmus test.
As I would like to say sometimes, yes.
Caught you on that one, Todd.
I knew that was coming. I wanted to see if you'd take the bait. Nevertheless, they come out of the gates here. First game of 2023. They've had a hiccup here or there, but overall, I think this is a pretty good showing in their first game.
Yeah, it really is, and it's a great showing by Maddie Johnson, too, as she plays her first game with the team this season. So a good game for her so far, and good game by Maryville Saints.
What kind of feelings do you think she has? I mean, she's been taking part in practices, so she's got to be itching to get out there.
Yeah.
Do you think it's more relief to finally get that first game under the belt?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's one thing to come back and play, which is exciting in itself, but to get a goal in the first game back.
Especially the one she got. What a shot.
Yeah, it just re-energizes you after being out for so long, and it's that can take a mental toll on an athlete.
Frank was denied by Duncan, as she elected to take the shot instead of going across ice on the pass. Saints had a good back check, so there probably wasn't too much of a passing lane there. Frank has it again, drops it for Shatford, high and into the webbing of the Trapper.
Good penalty kill by Frank and Shatford there for Lindenwood Lions. Frank's able to go around the world, skate around the world, as they say, Todd. Get a shot on and force the face-off down in Maryville zone.
1:25 left in the penalty. The Saints are on the power play, but so far the better of the chances have gone the way of the Lions. Rutherford tries to pass it to herself off the boards. Harishko is able to intercept that one. Gerwitz has it behind her own net. Rutherford goes off for a change. Johnson to the far side of the rink. Hassan didn't know the pressure was coming, and now here's Antonio. Stick handles around, and she puts it off the blocker.
What a toe drag by Antonio.
Saints need to clean it up a little bit here. They've been somewhat careless on this power play. 40 seconds left. Brooks comes in. Saints are changing, so Brooks is all by herself. Drop pass is held in. St. Louis kind of ran into the pressure and escaped it. St. Louis puts a low shot in, and that one just scraped across the crease and wide. Dawson straightaway point. Takes the shot, fanned on it. Fanned on it a second time, and then the Lions are clear. And now here's Teague. She was shot out of the cannon. Dawson went down, took Teague with her. Puck goes to Maryville. 4 seconds left in the power play. Into the zone. St. Louis to the forehand. Tries to shoot, and that went off a skate. Back to 5-on-5 hockey with under 3 to go. St. Louis leaves it in the corner. O'Leary is there. Callhammer's set up in the middle. She gets it, she shoots, and it's stopped.
It looked like she was taken down in front of the net.
Did.
I'm surprised there wasn't a call.
Saints are doing a piecemeal line change, trying to get their normal lines out there after the power play has elapsed. 2:25 left in the period. Time ticking away on the Lions as they trail by 2. Here's Gerwitz at the red line. Just flings it in. Lucy thought about leaving it there for a defender. Saw the pressure coming from Maryville. With her reverses. Shatford's here on the near side. Gerwitz steps up. Brooks just kind of lost it. Gerwitz to Kelso, and her attempt was blocked. Johnson comes in hard and wins the puck back.
Some great sustained pressure by Maryville here at the end of the game. Not giving Lindenwood the chance to really get anything going.
Frank in some pain as she knocked that down with the fingertips. Gerwitz's shot was blocked. Shatford sends it up through the middle, blows a tire after that. Frank comes in rather deliberately, leaves it for Antonio. She's dangerous even in tight spaces. Here's Fuchs. 66 seconds left. The goal is now empty. Saints can't clear. 6 attackers out there for Lindenwood. Harishko gave it. Was looking for the return pass, and instead Drost took the shot. Saints will clear it down. This one is heading close to the net, but not quite on the right angle. So that'll be an icing call with 43.5 seconds left. Saints have been pretty good on the face-off, Dot, so far in this game. I'd like to win this one and just get it out of the zone. Broadcaster's curse there as the Lions come up with possession. Shot goes wide. Teague was looking for a deflection in front. Antonio to Drost. She's going to take the slap shot. That got through. It's bouncing around on the edge of the crease. Duncan was swimming around. Manages to get back to her skates. Antonio's got it. She goes up high, but too high. 16 seconds left. That'll clear the zone. Saints will change. She's going to go basically the length of the ice, so that's going to be just about it. Lions stretch it out. Antonio couldn't quite get it back into the zone. And the Saints are going to open the calendar year of 2023 with the victory.
Big win for the Saints. They did a great job from start to finish, right from the get-go in period number 1. They were all over the Lions. They were rewarded in that first period. And some great goals tonight from both teams. If you're a hockey fan, you love to see the skill out there, but also at the same time, you love to see those dirty goals as well right in front of the net. So overall, just a great game from both of these two teams, and the Saints end up coming out with the victory.
So the Saints win by a final score of 5-3. We'll step aside for a brief moment. When we come back, we'll give you our final thoughts as we wrap up this win. This is the Maryville Saints Hockey Network.
Hello, America. This is a message for the brave people who want to get a degree online on top of all the other things going on in their lives. The higher education system is broken. 75% of Americans say its education system is fine the way it is. Something's not right. Here at Maryville University, we've been bravely disrupting the higher education system for nearly 150 years by putting students first, not the other way around. And now we're bringing it online. We believe education is not just about earning a degree, but about pursuing and achieving your dreams. That's why we develop programs in partnership with the businesses that will employ the leaders of tomorrow. The future belongs to the brave. Let's be brave together. Be brave and learn more now at maryville.edu/online. Hello, America. This is
University. Welcome back to the Maryville University Hockey Center. The final score, the Maryville Saints beat the Lindenwood Lions by the score of 5-3. Guys, we talked about it during the broadcast a little bit. It was a good answer win for Maryville. They went into the holiday break not on the best of foot. They come out a little bit better here to start this calendar year.
Yeah, that's the great thing about having a break. You get to sort of reset, charge the batteries, and get back to it in the second semester, and that's exactly what these ladies did tonight. They had a great game from start to finish, like we mentioned earlier, and they were all over the Lions. Offensively, they played a good, strong defensive game as well, and Sawyer Duncan came up with some huge saves when the Saints really needed her to, and it really kept this game from getting from being a tie game, at least in Lindenwood. They had a few chances there, and they, if things go a different way, maybe the Lions are the ones that come out on top tonight.
Yeah, relentless. Anytime Lindenwood scored, Maryville's going to answer. Yes, Lindenwood did the same thing, but obviously winning the game, Maryville did that a few more times. So great on them. Great forechecking. Great game by L. Rutherford, and they come out with the W.
So Colleen O'Leary started the scoring back in the first period. Saints had a 1-0 lead after one. A lot of goals in the second period. It was started by Antonio for Lindenwood, tied it up just a little bit over a minute into the second. Saints would answer at 10:30. Maddie Johnson getting her first goal of the year at 10:30. Wither scored at 16:29. Brooks answered at 17:12. 3-2 Saints lead after two. Rutherford made it 4-2. Early in the third period, Teague answers 16 seconds later. Sydney Poisson finishes things off for the 5-3 score. Guys, looking into tomorrow, one of the main things that we've heard Coach Lang talk about all season long has been inconsistency with his team. How do they find that consistency and pick up 2 wins here in this series?
I think you just have to draw back from, or draw from what you saw tonight, what you did, what right things did you do tonight, and then look back and see some of the wrong things that perhaps you saw in the video, and they take a look at it after the game, and just zone in on those things that you didn't execute well enough. Tonight, I mean, it's hard to say that they didn't execute well enough because they played a terrific game. So I think the biggest thing is just confidence, getting that win. Once you lose a game, you get blown out, you sort of go into a dry spell with your offense, and you just don't have a ton of confidence going. So I think a game like this can totally revamp this team for the second half stretch.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's not much more you can add to that. Keep the momentum going. Take tonight's win as the momentum builder. Keep it going into Saturday, and hopefully they can take it the rest of the season.
So that'll wrap up our coverage for tonight's game. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It was a big win for the Saints as they are victorious 5-3. For Eric Skelton making us look good behind the scenes, he's Chuck Kraus down there on the end.
Jokester
and
2.
Drew Marsh.
Jokester 1.
He's still got that jaw strong there on Todd Panula. Until tomorrow, good night, everybody.
The Maryville Saints Hockey Network thanks you for watching this presentation of the American Collegiate Hockey Association.